Week 18 of the fantasy basketball season with the fantasy basketball trade deadline in most leagues this week, March 7th. Here's a few guards I look to sell and trade this week. The first guard, Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies. So Ja Morant this season, it's been a little bit of a down year. 5 points a game, his points are down. And also as well, I know last season he missed most of the season with injury with the shoulder. And once again, he's banged up a bit with the shoulder injury. So Ja Morant, we know he gets to the hoop a lot. We know he takes a beating once he gets in there. And it's definitely taking a toll on him on the year. 20.9 points a game, 4.1 boards, 7.4 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.5 threes, and 43% from the field for Morant. So the last couple weeks, the scoring's gone up a bit, 22 a game, 2.8 boards, 7.2 assists, 36% from the field. So field goal percentage, he's definitely hurting fantasy owners. But obviously scoring the basketball and assisting the basketball, he's putting up great numbers, especially the last 3 games he's played in his Ja Morant. But like I said, health has been an issue for him, and now he's missed the last 2 games in a row as Ja Morant, and I just can't trust him down the stretch here, especially if I'm trying to get into one of these last playoff spots before the playoffs start in fantasy basketball. February 23rd at the Cavs, 21 points, 2 boards, 10 assists, 2 threes, 46% from the field. February 25th versus the Suns, 29 points, 4 boards, 8 assists, 2 steals, a 3, 28% from the field. And February 28th in a tough loss where he missed a game-winning layup at the end of that one versus the Knicks, 25 points, 4 boards, 7 assists, a steal, 40% from the field. So like I said, his field goal hasn't been great, but scoring the basketball, assisting the basketball, he's putting up those numbers as Ja Morant. But it just seems like over the last couple seasons with off-the-court issues and obviously injury concerns, he just can't stay healthy for a full season. So right now, while he's banged up a little bit, is Morant, and I know this Grizzly team, one of the top teams in the Western Conference, but I just don't think Morant is going to stay healthy and be there when you need him the most down the stretch right now, where he's going to miss games here and there. So I would sell him off this week. Next guard, Bradley Beal of the Phoenix Suns. So another guard that's injury prone over the last couple seasons, especially this Phoenix Sun team. It's just been a bad season overall. When you got Kevin Durant and Beal, you would think they would have a way better season than they are. But at best, they're a 500 team on the year for Beal, 18 a game, 3.6 boards, 3.6 assists, 1.1 steals, 2 threes, and 50% from the field. And the last couple weeks, though, he's on a tear, 23.2 points a game, 5.6 boards, 5 assists, 2 threes, 56% from the field here for Bradley Beal. But he's another guy just like Morant where he's going to miss his games. And like I said, with this Sun team really falling apart, losing 9 out of 10, I could see them shut down Beal towards the end of the season if they're totally out of it with the last few weeks left. So right now, while he's playing good basketball, even though he did miss a couple games with injury as Bradley Beal and returned March 2nd, he's another player I can't trust. And going off the games from last week where he's played well, February 23rd at Toronto, 30 points, 4 boards, an assist to 3, 80% from the field. February 25th in Memphis, 24 points, 5 boards, 11 assists, 2 steals, a block, 4 threes, 45% from the field. Then he missed February 27th and 28th game, and then returned March 2nd versus T-Wolves, 18 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 threes, 53% from the field. So Bradley Beal, when he plays, he puts up numbers, but like I said, he hasn't been available much over the last couple seasons, and especially down the stretch, I just don't think he's going to stay healthy as well as Bradley Beal, and also not always put up these numbers when you got guys like Durant and Booker in the third and final guard. I look to sell and trades. Quentin Grimes, Philadelphia 76ers. So Quentin Grimes, he was a hot pickup off the waiver wire, and rightfully so after coming off a big 44-point game, and we know he's going to get a lot of playing time. We know this Philadelphia 76er team, they're banged up. They're going nowhere this season. Joel Embiid out for the season, and they're 18 games under 500 on the year for Grimes. 11.3 points a game, 4.1 boards, 2.3 assists, 1.8 threes, and 47% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 18.7 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, a block, and 61% from the field. So he's playing great basketball, Quentin Grimes, given on his 4 or 5 categories. But like I said, I just don't think he's going to keep it up at these levels. And anytime you can pick someone off the wire that scores 40 or plus points and then flip him in a deal, it's a perfect sell high type of deal. February 26th at the Knicks, 3 points, a board, a steal, a block, a 3, 25% from the field. March 1st versus the Warriors, 44 points, 6 boards and assists, 3 steals, a block, 6 threes, 75% from the field. And March 3rd versus the Trailblazers, 14 points, 6 boards, 9 assists, 40% from the field. So Quentin Grimes, He's been on 4 teams for a reason over the last couple years, with the Knicks, Pistons, Mavs, and then traded at the deadline here to the Sixers. But like I said, he's going to get major minutes, 35, 40 minutes a game. Obviously, for this Philadelphia 76ers team, they need someone else to step up and score. But I just don't believe the levels he's playing at right now. He's going to keep it up, is Quentin Grimes. Because we've seen so far in his young NBA career, he's been a streak player. And there's some games he has big games, and games he's non-existent and doesn't shoot the basketball well. So now with more teams, more tape on Grimes and seeing what he's going to do with this Sixers team, I think his numbers are going to drop a bit. So like I said, if you picked him up off the waiver wire after that 44-point game and think you could sell him high, he's a hot waiver wire pickup in a deal for a big man or something. This would be a time to do it. So that's a few guards I look to sell and trade for week 18 of the fantasy basketball season with the deadline approaching this week.